What's up everybody, Yogi here, and today I wanted to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and some of the possibilities or directions they could be taking with the online mode. Just going over a few points and giving my opinion on it basically. When it comes to the first thing, it's going to be Battlefield and Final Destination. They are confirmed to have Omega versions over all of the stages in the game, so you can fight on any of them with any different background. To me, that is just an amazing thing for them to have added because, you know, if you play on For Glory a lot, playing on Final Destination all the time can get old. And me personally, I've always preferred Battlefield over Final Destination. And the fact that you have access to platforms now can really keep the game more interesting because certain characters like Little Mac, while he thrives off of Final Destination, another obscure character like Wii Fit Trainer can benefit off of Battlefield, because if you play as Wii Fit Trainer, you already know that your main combo move is going to be the Nair, and you can't really pull that off as easily on Final Destination as you will be able to on Battlefield, just because of, you know, the way the stage is. Next thing on the list is the Miis being playable online. Now, during the reveal of Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sakurai did say that they were working on making them playable online, and to me, this is just so awesome because I have wanted them to be playable online on Smash 4 for a while now. And the reason for that is simple. I had the 3DS version first. I loved playing Smash Run and playing with the Miis on there a lot. So I was really good with the characters, you know? I could actually put up a good fight against other people, but I could never use them online. Wii U version comes around and I get that. There's no Smash Run, and on top of the fact that I can only use them in offline modes, I lost a lot of the skills and work I put into those characters just by default. I can't play with them online, so might as well invest into another character. And, you know, I do understand why they didn't do it, of course, because if someone is playing as the small Mii fighter spamming that helicopter kick, or you finally figure out the matchup against one of these Miis and they change to a different sized ones with different specials, it can make it on the unfair side. So I understand that. When I say Smash 4, I mean they should have been able to let them be playable in for fun mode because it's not affecting anyone's record, you know. So whichever one they're locked onto, whether they're playable in everything or just for fun mode, I am all for them doing this. Next up, I want to talk about hiding the name tags. Now, the reason for this shouldn't be a surprise because we've all probably run into someone toxic online with those 20 name tags ready to go to insult you whenever you beat them or something happens, you know? And to me, this is why I preferred playing For Glory on the 3DS over the Wii U. 3DS, there was no changing the name tags, so when you're fighting somebody, no matter how mad they were or however mad you were, the most you could do was let it out via taunting. And to me, that was perfectly fine. That's what taunting is in the game for, to get your opponent going, you know. But the Wii U one, it turns into borderline abuse at some point, you know what I mean? You just try to play the game and have some fun, and people you beat, they want to, you know, just try to keep insulting you over stuff. And me personally, I'm just like, you gonna pick your next character so we can get on to the next match or what? Like, I legit used to say good game after all of my matches, but now it's come to the point where I either don't do it anymore or I need to wait for them to say it first, because if I say good game over a legit good fight, anyone spectating would agree, I get, you know, back a bunch of nasty responses. I've even lost to somebody, told them a good game, and they still acted that way. So to me, it's not an enjoyable experience, and it doesn't even make me want to go online to play the game at all, which leaves me with not much else to do on Smash 4 because, you know, there's just not much to do once you've unlocked everything. So that is why I would love for it to be an option, because some people either enjoy the interaction or find it funny, or they just don't care. So having that be an option is a way to make everyone happy because they can go with whichever one they prefer. Now, going from name tags, we can get on to the next thing, which is For Glory Hell reporting and blocking. Now, if you don't know what For Glory Hell is, it's basically where people get sent who have been reported a lot of times, and we have no idea how they vet the reporting process and stuff like that, but there's been several cases of people going to For Glory Hell, and they haven't done anything. They haven't, said anything in general. It's because whoever they lost against got mad and just reported them. So people who aren't doing anything are suffering from the current system, which is why it needs to be fixed in general. And if you're in For Glory Hell, it is extremely hard for you to find another person to fight, and most of the people you fight there just so happen to be playing the top tier characters or taunting you after every hit. Just trolls, basically, to keep it short. So I see a few different ways they could go about fixing this. The first thing might already be in motion, because on Smash Ultimate I noticed that the name tags are no longer over your characters' heads. It is in place of the characters' actual names at the bottom of the screen. So let's say, for example, you're playing online and you cannot see any of your opponent's name tags until you are in the match. If at that point they want to try to say something to you, their name tag is going to be visible on the screen. That means if you report the person you're fighting against and they review it, they can see that what they're saying or their name tag is something that's insulting or something like that. Now, I still see problems with that idea, because people can just go out their way to report anyway, or if they report you for a certain name, it might be debatable if it was worth getting reported over, yada yada yada. So the best thing they can absolutely do is remove reporting altogether and just leave blocking. It's literally the perfect fix for anything, whether you don't want to deal with the person because they keep beating you or that they are being a troll. Whatever your reason is, you block them, you don't need to run into them anymore. Everybody's happy at that point. And if you're fighting against somebody that you don't mind the way they're acting, you can just keep playing with them. It's a simple fix for everything, So I really, really hope that Nintendo would just leave blocking as an option and remove the reporting feature altogether, because too many people get caught up in the mess that are just trying to have a good time playing the game. Next, I want to talk a little bit about the tourney/tournament mode. My thing is, I never really had much interest in it on Melee. I can't even tell you if it was on Brawl, but when it was added to Smash 4, I did try to give it a fair chance, especially since I was able to play as Miis on there potentially. But whenever I tried to join them, it was really confusing, and if I did get into a tournament and it said there's like 50 people in there or something, I would just open up a room and be waiting for half an hour and no one comes in there, So I know for sure it needs a revamp. I know the mode came in later in Smash 4, wasn't even supposed to be there, so I get it, it is what it is, but for me to have interest in this mode, the whole system just needs to make more sense and be easily accessible for people. On top of that, when I did get into one tournament and the time was just shorter, it was too short. It wasn't enough time to really get the fighting done. And on top of that, I don't even think you could spectate other people's fights. So I just remember it was something like, really? Why not do that? So yeah, it would need a lot of reworking if they still add it for me to have interest in it. Otherwise, if it's cut completely, I wouldn't care. Last thing I want to talk about is 8-player Smash and a 3 versus 3 mode. Now, I am not completely serious about this because it's not even something I think I want that much, it's just an idea, right? The 8-player Smash, I'm not telling you about with random people because the internet will be stretched way too thin between all 8 of those people. I can see it being a lag fest and all of that. I'm talking about if you wanted to play against some of your friends or, someone at someone else's house. So if you got 4 people at your place and they got 4 people at their place, you can have some 8-player Smash matches online. That way it's only coming from 2 sources. So at that point, I think it would be a really cool thing. I did think that 8-player Smash was possible with at least some friends, and I remember trying it when I got the Wii U version, and the fact that it was only 2 people from each system at a time, it was just like, oh, come on, So I think that would be something cool. When it comes to the 3 versus 3 mode, I kind of just thought about this because of Kid Icarus Uprising. If you don't know, Sakurai helped make that game, and he took elements from it and put it into Smash 4 in the form of the 1.1 to 9.0 type of rating for difficulty on classic mode. That was legit the system from Kid Icarus Uprising. So I don't see why he wouldn't try to take something else from there as well, like the 3 versus 3 mode. I think it could be pretty cool if it's done right. And if the 3DS can handle running from 6 different systems, I think the Switch can handle running from 6 different systems. I think you could add a whole nother layer of craziness to it, you know what I mean? And I have played like 8-player Smash matches, and then I played 6-player Smash matches, and the 6-player ones are nowhere near as hard to keep up with for me personally. That's why I think it could actually work. Otherwise, they could just make a 2 versus 2 mode where team attack is off, and that would work for me too. So that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys want to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate for the online mode? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Peace.
That's right.